I'm a tired chick, working triple shifts, multi-hyphenate, ain't too proud to beg, to communicate, yeah, I'm with the shit. You're bitter and bold, I can't get with it. Not in the streets, but in the industry. They tell us panaz, we got no audience seat, so we say
Hey, are you two done? It's my room too, you know, I need to change.
fuck 'em and make these songs, bleed. Stop you down if you think of slandering me. That's the shit I don't dig, I keep it happy and trill. Tryna fuck my vibe, that behavior ill. True and real, 22, scribe 2, practitioner, young visionary. Result of being a listener. I'm a pro and performer, I don't got to choose. I can manage myself and you're artist, fool. I'm a child of the bay, in the winter where I stayed. Central to the circle, I was born and raised. Bay Area brown girl, Windy City in my heart. Second space in which I got down and spit bars. Uplift my copper, every year we go hard. My family with me and I know we'll go far. Romance with hip hop, second not first. Common sense funk on the one with the verse. No lyrical miracle, that's a product of feeling. A breakthrough of 36 bamboo ceilings. Liberation says kinfolk has no meaning. Upkeep the gates, yet keeping. All this false leadership couldn't see no leading. Till Akari and I just laid it down on a beat. Let's get it.
Just like that, my boy. Just like that.
Yeah.
Boom! There you go. That was the trailer for No Room for Love. Just premiered at CineQuest. If you want to know more, you want to check it out, and you're gonna want to check it out, y'all. Links in the description below for the Instagram and the website with Soliloquy Films. Shout out to Randall and Malu Kamrat, my peoples. You'll find out more because you're going to want to check this out. I'm Kuya P. This is Nerds Rule the World. And of course, it's the ShoPowSho. So it's Dobro, the Babinka Boy, the leader of the Hala Hala homies in the Cine Gang. We're about to get it going with some of my favorite Pinoys. Shout out to the Philippine ex-actors Barkada. They're all fab family right now. I got the one and only Mitch Narito, who plays Emmy.
Up?
What's up, Mitch?
What's going on, everybody?
Cynthia San Luis, who is one of the producers on the project, as well as playing Sandra Batista. Is it Sandra Batista? I think isn't that the last name? Santiago. Oh, I'm messing up the names. You know, we all have names. Santiago, Sandra Santiago, and her brother Marco Santiago, Rommel Rojas. How are you?
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Definitely, it's a pleasure. Great to see you all. It's been a minute since we've kind of connected and talked and vibed. And y'all know, as actors, a lot of us are empaths. I will tell y'all, I'm an empath, so that's why I'm giving y'all energy. It's been a long day, but you know what? I gotta raise it up like Rock and you know, from Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, and give y'all levels, because this is an amazing film, and I love y'all, and I want to give it its due and its energy. So I'm bringing it to y'all. When this came y'all's way, so let's start there. You know, in regards to bringing it to family, to vibes, to our people. What was the energy and how was it? You know, getting cast for these roles and becoming a part of this film. Let me start with you, Sin, because you're also one of the producers on this.
Sure, thanks. Yeah, so this started back in summer of 2023, actually. So I had just come off of doing a play with Rommel that was directed by Randall and Malou, time helping us out. And they just kind of wanted to keep the party going. You know, we had two friends that had become very dear to us who were in town. Bong Cabrera was also in LA at the time, as well as Jaya. Bong was here. He came initially for Leonore Will Never Die for Film Independent Spirit Awards, which they won. Then he got cast in a play. Then at the opening night at Fringe, we were all dancing, hanging out, because we had a Filipino play we were doing called #Don't. That was a modern adaptation of No Le Me Tangere. And I saw Bong and I was like, "Are you Filipino?" I was like, "Hey, come here. Hang out with us." So he hung out with us all night. Malou was like, "Can you take our picture? Can you do that?" You know, we just thought that he was this really cool guy. And then she comes back from the bathroom and she goes, "Hoy, he's the star of Leonore Will Never Die." We're like, "Oh my God, we've been asking him to take our picture this whole time," and like hanging out with us, of course, and be in the pictures with us. But that was the beginning of a beautiful friendship. And Jaya was in town for Asog that the Camrats also worked on. And so basically, a bunch of us were in their car driving down from LA to Long Beach to watch a Filipino cultural dance troupe And Malou said she looked in the rearview mirror and saw us all crammed in her car. And she got this idea about a family in tight quarters and just how they're navigating the space. And then this was literally maybe, I don't know, July 1st or the end of June. She asked us if we'd be down to do a little project. We said absolutely. The next day, she emailed, and then we had our table read that afternoon, and then we were shooting 2 days later.
Crazy.
It was crazy.
Sandra Santiago, you're really Filipino?
Proud Pinoy, right here.
Good. We don't want to get canceled. But we might change the character to Vietnamese. Would you be okay with that?
Of course.
Are you still a series regular on Bikini Detectives?
Oh, no, that was a long time ago.
Oh, okay, so it's been a while.
No, but I just did this play downtown.
Okay, let's go ahead and hear it, please.
Tony fires his gun in the air.
Oh God, no, please. Please.
Where is the money? I want my money. Your life means nothing to me.
No, please. I have a son. I have a son.
I'll kill him too. Why not? I'll rip the money from his belly, if needs be.
No, please. What if I can get the money for you, huh? What if then I swear I can get it for you?
Thank you. That's great. Thank you so much for your time, Miss Santiago.
Thank you for the opportunity.
We'll be sure to follow up with you. Tony fires his gun in the air.
Oh God, no! Please, no!
It was
love
crazy.
that. I
We're
love
so
that
happy
energy.
everybody said yes, because we were like, we're doing this, you guys.
Amazing. So, Rommel, you were there. What was your vibes and energy as this was all happening?
Because as what Cynthia has said, like I've met Bong at the closing night at the Fringe, and so we were already like hanging out. And when we got into the location at the set at Synth's apartment, we were just like, "Wow, it's like a party." We're just like eating. I'm like, "Oh, we're shooting something. Okay, let's go shoot something. Oh, this is the scene. Okay, yeah, I think that was on the script." So yeah, the energy was just like up. And then everyone was just excited, and we all know it was kind of like it was a short script, so we know it's just like a one-day thing. There was no expectation of anything moving forward, and we were just enjoying each other's company, and that was it.
Wow.
And then
All
it kept going and going and going.
And it kept going and going.
It expanded, right?
It
Yeah,
did. Yes. And then, so yeah, it was like after it was shot, and then suddenly, I don't know how long it took them, and then we got another email like, "Oh, hey, we're doing an episode 2. Like, okay, yeah, let's do it. And then same energy, like and then all craziness, and then 3, and then 4, and then we got the whole film.
Wow. So what were the phases, I guess, because I saw this as the feature, Randall and Malou sent me, bam, here's the film, and I was like, oh wow. What was done at that point? Because I'm curious how like Mitch came in with his character of Emmy and all of that. So where this relationship with seeing the film kind of opens. I don't want to spoil for the people, Rommel, but you have the family member that's having relations in the room, and that's kind of how like the film starts off in a way, to a degree, or at least in my feature version. What was the bits of story that you guys recorded first?
The one episode 1 ended with a Jollibee. With the Jollibee scene.
Yeah.
Okay, no spoilers. Yeah, but Jollibee scene. That was the ending of episode 1. And then episode 2, which was it, Cindy? Remember?
Well, basically, as you see it, that's because first, like Rommel said, it was a short. Then we were very lucky to have people want to come on and help us. So then we shot some more, and then we shot some more. So we shot them initially as a mini series. So each season was an episode. So we shot mostly chronologically.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to fit it all in order. Like, what happened
initially
here?
And then they were like, we're making this a movie. So then they had to fill in to bridge it all together. So then we had pickups.
Okay.
And then Randall said, "That's the last pickup." And I said, "Are you sure?" And
then you get
we
an
had more
email,
pickups.
then a call like, oh, not really. A few months after.
Yeah. And then I know we want to talk to Mitch. And then they said when we were coming up, I think on I think it was the second episode when they were writing that, they said, "Oh, we have this actor we want to reach out to." And I said, "I know that guy. Let me send an email."
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, Mitch, you're brought in now here. What did you think when Sin reaches out and I guess did you know a director like this? Is that what you pulled from, or just how did you create Emmy for yourself?
So it was a lot of the writing. It was Randall and Malou that wrote this character. So yeah, like Sin was saying, she was the first one to reach out, and she's like, "Hey, um, like, do you know these guys?" And he's like, "Oh, Malou and Randall." I was like, "Yeah, I met them before." Our community is pretty small in that respect. So I was like, "Yeah, I've met them before." And like, so they wrote a part, or they wrote this thing, and they want to consider you for a part. And I was like, "Oh yeah, why not?" Like, I'm always down to play, Um, so thank you, Sid, for that, for like making that intro. Um, yeah, like when they showed me this character, and at first when I got it, I was like, what is this? I need more context, right? Like I don't have any context for any of this. And Randall was really good at breaking it down. He's like, "Oh, this is the type of person he is," and I was like, "Okay, I know exactly who the type of person is, right?" So, and they let me have a lot of freedom, like they let me play, like, and it was really fun on set working with Rommel and everybody, because like it was just messing around the whole time, like just experimenting and being able to like do some new stuff. And then while we're shooting stuff, Randall or Malou would get an idea and they'd be like, "Hey, try this out, try that out," and then we just like throw out like a bunch of different stuff. But in terms of like the whole project, I knew very little, because like Rommel and Cynthia were saying, like I was brought on later and I didn't know what was shot. Like, if I'm being honest, I still don't know. Like, I know the premise of this movie. I haven't seen any footage.
Oh my gosh, you gotta see. We gotta get
Like,
it to Mitch.
I've seen like a rough cut of the scene that I shot Rommel. I've seen like a rough cut, but that wasn't even the final. And then there was like a side project that they filmed, and I watched the side project that they filmed, because it's Emmy's like actual film that they actually shot like a whole short film, like to throw into this movie, which is impressive in itself. I was like, you guys are like, is this Inception type stuff, um but yeah, like I don't know how it all comes together. Like, I wasn't able to go to the premiere, so like whenever we have our LA premiere, like you best believe I'm gonna be like front and center, like just because I've heard some stuff, just through the grapevine, and I'm really proud of everybody that's involved. Like they worked
Love
really
that.
hard, and it shows.
I love that. I love that. I love that. I will tell you, Mitch, because I know you, I automatically, as soon as you popped up, I'm like, here, Mitch, go. And then you went, and I was like, I was loving it. Just brilliant. I was laughing. You made me smile, bro.
Oh, thanks, man.
Definitely, man. Definitely. So, because you get to play with Rommel a lot, I'd love to hear about how that was on set. Did you? Well, we all know each other from Fab, but
Yeah,
did
yeah.
you and Rommel interact a lot? Because I kind of fell out of classes with you guys. So, what was that like working on set with somebody you kind of know, Mitch and Rommel? What was that like? Because Mitch basically harasses you, from watching the film.
They grow up so fast, don't they?
Not fast enough. If you ask me. Cut. Great.
Marco, slower.
Slower.
Don't be afraid to take your time.
Slower. Slower. Okay, slower. All right, reset, everybody. Let's go. Slower. Slower. Action.
They grow up so fast, don't they?
not fast enough, if you ask me.
Cut! Great. Moving on.
So set up for the reverse shot?
We're shooting in 6K, right? That's what all the other Ks are for. The shot covers itself. Like I said, moving on!
Yeah, you're okay. Yeah,
Great
yeah.
job. See your best work.
Hey. What do you think of the director? I really like what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's nice knowing someone who actually knows what they're doing, right?
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
You know what you guys played, but that was hilarious, and I was laughing. Can you talk to me about working on set that day, and what was that chemistry like?
Yeah, I've met Mitch before, obviously before the film. It's just more of like events and then the fab classes, and so there's a sense of familiarity. Like I know him, he's my friend. So the comfort level was there when we started the scene, and just like what he said, we had the freedom to experiment based on the script that we were given, and just to play around with it, and just throwing things at Mitch and vice versa, and just react to it, and it was beautiful. I felt really at ease and comfortable working with Mitch and with this project. So that was really fun.
I love that. Mitch, with Rommel, from your side, again, because having watched it, it looked like you get to surprise them and shock them a lot. Plus, you get to sleep quite a bit while they do with other stuff. It's all in your character, but I won't give away too much. How fun was that interacting and playing off of Rommel and the rest of the cast that was in there in that scene?
No, it was really fun. Like there was a certain level of trust that I had because or that we had, because Rommel, like you said, like I get to, like I'm in his face, like I'm real up close and personal, and so just making sure that like like we're having fun. Like I know my character is kind of like a little over the top, but still within respect to who the other person is as an actor. So. And like the thing that like being on set too, it was just a comfortable space because I was surrounded by my peoples, like it's like mostly Filipino crew, right? Like, so they all get what's going on. They're all on the same page, and it was just it was just very comfortable. That's the most concise way I can put it. Like it was just very comfortable working with these guys. Any like Rommel was saying, anything that they threw out, like we messed around with, we played with, we found what worked, what didn't, and it was a process. So
I love it. Love that energy. If I could turn it now to you, Rommel and Sin, as brother and sister, what was that like, and playing off of each other? If I can go to you, Sin.
Well, we're sons in here, but yeah, so we're cousins actually. But
sorry.
it's okay. We live together. So we're a big family.
Yeah.
Filipinos do, especially so. In the family, we have some family members who were from the States, and we have some that immigrated, and then we're all just like, hey, we're gonna do it together. We'll live this dream together. So I had so much fun playing with Rommel. We had met doing the play, so I had already known him, and we had a couple scenes together in the play, and I just thought that he was so hilarious, and I was excited to do anything with him. And a lot of our interactions are some of my favorites that we got to do. Yeah, we're the total chismis gang.
Yeah. It always involves like what's happening, like let's investigate. Kind of like it's something petty, and we feel like it's like our world. Like we just we're like, let's get into it now, and
because we gotta protect the fam.
Yeah. But
like,
that was fun. Yes.
Who's doing what to my cousin? What are you doing? What's happening?
Right, we're very protective with each other. I think that was like the main idea of it. Like whatever she gets into, like I'm always in her business and with everybody else's, and you kind of just like, how it is. Like you can't treat my sibling like this, but I can do that to my sibling. Kind of that relationship. Like don't hurt her, but I can hurt her. So that openness to it. Yeah.
Wow. Love it, love it, love it. You guys were hilarious. Just everybody. I love this cast. And again, it's like, oh, I know that, but at the same time, playing these roles and seeing this, and actually, that's what kind of like what I want to touch upon now is, we all know this life as actors, creatives. What was it like? You know, again, you play these roles, but looking at it, separating yourself, from this, just how beautiful this is, and that struggle and that pursuit of our dreams and family, and we come together. And that's just what we as Pinoys do, and I just love it. Can we speak to that and just, I know, Mitch, you haven't seen this whole film yet. We need to get it to you. But for you, Sin and Randall, and well, excuse me, Sin and Rommel, I'm sorry. I believe you both attended the screening from what I saw at pictures and stuff. What was it like seeing the film, play it back, and just how this is kind of a story that you actually do in real life, but also seeing this from an outside perspective? What was that like? If I can go to you, Rommel.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to give much
Without spoiling.
Without spoilers, but I guess the idea of like I'm working with Mitch as the director, who gives me like stuff to do that I feel like don't make sense as an actor. Doing that scene, I was just like, this is my first acting job. Getting an acting job in LA is hard. And this is like a so-called big director. And so I have to just please him without questioning his choices. And I feel like in an age of like, we're getting into the entertainment industry as a beginner, as a newbie, and you just have to like go with the flow, don't question too much, and just gotta do it even though you feel like it's not right. And I think that's where Marco was at in that situation. That what do I have to do just to survive this acting job without sacrificing my beliefs, or like, even though it doesn't make any sense, So I guess it does happen to all of us when we're starting out industry. But when I was watching it, and I feel like having been acting for quite a while, I kind of see like, you have a voice, you can do things. I mean, you can question it, and that's the idea of collaboration. So that's a good point of view of me. Like, you really don't have to follow everything what people say. You can always question things.
Definitely. Yeah. Push back a little bit.
Yes, yes. Especially if it's like something like does not make sense. Like,
Agreed.
That's Mitch right there, making weird choices.
I love it. How about you, Sin?
Wow. I got so emotional during the Q&A. I started to cry. I was not expecting that to happen. We hadn't seen the movie in full. I had a link to it that they sent me as a producer, but they were like, don't watch it yet. And I did not watch it. I was really tempted, and I did not watch it. And I said, you know what, I'm going to watch it on the big screen and just experience the way it's supposed to be seen, right? And just seeing everyone's hard work come together. We started in summer 2023. It's like, today's the vernal equinox. I don't know when we're going to air this, but so it's spring. So we're almost 3 years later. And I mean, we were doing pickups last year to the end of last year, I think, right? So it was a journey, and it was just so amazing to see it all come to fruition, and to see all of our hard work, and to just see so many faces in our community on screen and behind the screen. And you just felt all the love and the joy that was put into this project. And, we're working with our friends, so I couldn't ask for anything else. It was amazing. It's going to be something that I treasure for a very long time. Yeah. And as an actor playing an actor, the story's so relatable. And, it's just like, we're doing the damn thing. Our characters are so lucky, and I am so lucky in my personal life that I have the support of my family. And Sandra has the support of her family to keep going, and to have the courage to, really go after what it is that we want to do with our lives.
I love that. Well said. All right.
I just want to add, I'm sorry, I just want to add on top of it, because when we were shooting our scenes, we're not, of course, shooting all of like there were some parts that I was not in that scene. So, and then the first time I saw the movie was during the premiere, and when I saw the movie, I didn't know that my other friend was in it. I was like, you're in it. Like, what were you doing
Oh.
there? Like, and then with Maria, I didn't know. I
Oh,
know Maria. Yeah, I know Maria was part of it. I didn't know what she was doing in it. I was like, oh, look at that! So just having that experience it was really fun.
I love that.
Yeah.
All right, Mitch, you didn't get to see it. We're gonna get you to see it. But just the energy, or maybe just if you can speak on the importance of films like this, because I think there's so much of us that are trying and chasing this dream in Hollywood, trying to make this happen. This is it. This film depicts it in every way. It's so much fun. It's so very sweet. It's so very loving. For you, you're trying to pave your way. Why for you films like this are so important? What do you hope to see as well moving forward? In Hollywood and chasing these dreams.
Well, I think a big lesson you can take from how this all came together, how this project came together, is just do it. Like, just do the damn thing, because like there's a lot of times like people will have a project and they don't want to move forward with it because they're waiting for like the exact perfect conditions, right? And Malou and Randall, they were just like, hey, let's just go for it, like. And that's why, like Sin was saying, there was some pickups that were done like a couple years later or whatever, and that's fine. It still got done. You know what I mean? Like, nothing's ever gonna be like perfect timing. So just no time like the present. And I think that to involve so many people in our community, and this was also like for me working on this project, this was like a bridge between like Filipino actors from the Philippines and Phil-Am.
Yes.
Right. There was like an interesting mix, and like just hanging out on set, and like even like recently we all went out and we had like a meal together, and just like catching up with everyone and seeing like, oh, you know what, there is like a commonality there, right? Like there might be like slight cultural differences, but like ultimately what it all boils down to, we still have that shorthand as Filipino to Filipino. We can relate to each other. Like, we're not all that different, because like, I don't know, I'm on social media a lot, and sometimes like they don't always get along. But there's no reason for it, because like when everybody has like the same goal, everybody's working towards the same thing. Like that's that was it the Bayani mentality, right? Like where you all pick up the house and you move it together, right? Like,
yes.
So
real talk. When I heard about this and when Randall reached out and everybody was like, yo, we gotta talk. And seeing it, and again, I was like, oh, I know that person. I fucking love this. Excuse my language, but it's what we need as people, as a community, because again, we know how the community are. We see it online, as you were saying, Mitch. There's inner beef or whatever, East Coast, West Coast, or whatever. We don't all talk. And when I saw how beautiful this was in all the different people I know, and all predominantly West Coast LA, as you know, Sin, this grew from that experience that y'all had, and then it was just so fucking beautiful. I loved it, and we need more of this. And so I just want to put that energy into the air and this atmosphere,
right,
and keep building, because we definitely need more of this, and you guys are outstanding. Yeah, I had a lot of fun, and I can't wait for everybody else to check it out. And as a reminder, I'm gonna have links in the description below. Check out the Instagram for No Room for Love, and there's the website Soliloquy Films. Shout out to Randall Malou. I'm also gonna have Mitch, Rommel, and Sin's Instagram links, so y'all can follow and show them love. But y'all gotta see this film. And
we also have a website for the film, NoRoomForLove.com.
Oh, that is the website? Okay.
Yeah.
NoRoomForLove.com. Y'all go check it out, please. Thank y'all for coming through so we can talk about this, because again, it's a beautiful thing. It's us, it's our people, and I need more of this, y'all. And I think, as y'all said, you had so much fun working on this. We need more jobs like this. And
can I add something really quick?
Please.
Yeah, I mean, this was just a really big affirmation that there's no stops. Like, you can create. You don't have to, and we shouldn't wait. Obviously, we're just still doing our hustle. We're writing, we're auditioning, but, there's certain gatekeepers out there. The industry is what it is. It's changing. We don't even know, but right now is a really great opportunity for people to make their own and And that's when we can tell our stories, the stories that are important to us. We get to pick the people that we want to work with. We get to create that vibe on set, and we can make it happen, you know?
Definitely. Definitely. All right, there you go. The amazing Cynthia San Luis, Mitch Narito, Rommel Rojas. Again, links in the description below for all of them, as well as this film, NoRoomForLove.com. Please follow so you can know when it's coming through. I love y'all. Thank you guys. Mahal kita. Salamat po.
Thank you.
Big ups for Kuya
y'all.
P.
Hey, let's go, everybody. We're out. Mahal kita. Love y'all. Peace. All right, there's a cut, y'all. Boom.